The faith of King Hezekiah is never more evident than when his kingdom is put under siege by the mighty King Sennacherib of Assyria, and he has to put his complete and total faith in God to save him from this vicious campaign. Now, the reason this was such a great act of faith is that in the days of ancient Israel, the Assyrians were known as a terrible, conquering nation. God actually says that he uses them as a weapon of judgment against nations in Isaiah 10. Not only were they a mighty conquering force, but they were cruel and heartless when they conquered. There's actually this vision in Daniel 7, where Daniel sees a bunch of beasts come out of the sea, and one of these beasts is a lion that has wings, and at one point it stands up and it's actually given the heart of a man. Now, what does this peculiar vision mean? Well, the lion at first is Assyria, and when it stands up and changes, it becomes Babylon. Because the Babylonians actually took over from the Assyrians when the Assyrian Empire fell. And we'll talk about Babylon in a future segment. But notice what it said there when it turned into Babylon. It says that the lion was given a heart. This means that while the lion was Assyria, it didn't have any heart at all. It was a heartless lion. And this is what the Assyrian captivity was like. They were heartless, and they were ruthless, and they were cruel. I'm not going to get into the gory details, but there are many reliefs in museums, especially in the British Museum, where we see the depictions of cruelty that the Assyrians took pride in and immortalized in their reliefs. The other thing that Assyria was known for was their pride. When they came against King Hezekiah, they boasted about their conquest with many speeches. In fact, in one of our previous segments where we looked at the Taylor Prism, King Sennacherib just makes a prism that's all about bragging about himself and his might. Isaiah 10 actually quotes Assyria saying, "By the strength of my hand I have done it," when we know that God was the one who was controlling them in their conquests and giving them these victories. This mighty, heartless Assyrian pride tried to overcome God himself in taking the city from Hezekiah, but finally met its match when God took away all their power in just one night. We need to make sure that we don't allow ourselves to become proud of our accomplishments, when it's God that gives us the strength and ability to live every single day. Because if we do forget, God is able to take it all away in an instant, and then we would just be like the king of Assyria.